Welcome back to Road to a Better Me. Today we're talking to Kelly, Lynn, Andrew from the Little Shop of Healers. In the last segment we were talking about some of the different modalities that you guys offer and the community-minded spirit and wanting to work with other people, which is fantastic. For too many years it's been everyone for themselves, and we actually need to really come together as a community, because different modalities help people in different ways, and as they change and as situations change, their health changes, they may need different things. The nutrition changes, the supplements may change. So it's just fantastic to see that we're starting now finally to get more and more of that community activity. One thing I really try to stress, I know with a lot of people in the community as well, is you're just starting something new. You're going down a new road, a different path, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to really help get you to where you need to go. It's going to take some time, but also to really just encourage them. We're doing this because you're valuable. You've got a lot to offer to your family, your kids, your friends, in society, businesses or jobs that they may have. So it's not just temporarily trying to make them feel better about themselves, by reciting this one mantra first thing every morning or whatnot.
Is a part of our health.
Which can be, but at times I think some of those things have been too heavily relied on, and we haven't brought in some of the other issues, because obviously if someone is malnourished, they're going to need supplements as well as a change of diet and good food to build up the nutritive contents in the body. If they've got pain, they may need massage, but there's different forms and types of massage. It's something you'd also mentioned too, that we hear from time to time, but I wonder if you'd elaborate a little bit more on sacrocranial therapy or cranial sacral. Pardon me, I get those mixed up all the time.
Everyone does.
Exactly what that is and why it is so valuable in this day and age.
Yeah, I'm not a therapist. I have never studied that. I've worked with people doing that, and the little bit of knowledge that I have is that there's the cerebral spinal fluid interconnects and goes up and down their spine, and with working with it has a pulse. I believe that the therapists feel that pulse and can then manipulate it very, very gently to help heal in different ways. It's such a very, very gentle therapy, like they never use any more than a weight of a dime.
Right.
And it's really fascinating when I've had work done that, I'm hurting, I have a headache, it must be in my head. But as they're just very gently, actually a better example is one time a therapist was touching my ears, and I felt everything relax in my low back, almost felt like a click. And was like, So how did she affect? I don't know the terminology. I don't know the scientific about it. I just know how much it helped me. And to be aware of our body is very complex and is it's not one spot for, my tummy's hurting, it must be food. My arm's hurting, it must be your wrist. It could be your neck, shoulders, it could be so many other areas. And sometimes they describe it almost as a sweater. And if you pull on a sweater, it isn't always just coming on. Sometimes it pulls from a spot up here. And so then there gets to be the connective tissue, and I don't think that has anything to do with craniosacral, but I mean, we could just go on, and that's where these different therapies really work. And I wanted to really touch on what you were talking about, people in this world and need to take their health as more of a priority, because we need to make that our top priority. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And so many people are caregivers to their children, lots of people to elderly parents, and just to our people in our workspace, right? We want to help people, and if you are not taking care of yourself, you cannot help. And that's one of the biggest things I want people to understand. Specifically, massage sometimes can be considered a extravagance. You go for your spa massage and it feels nice. Having said that, that's therapeutic, to relax, to that's a huge to let that stress go of the day. And that's something I like to do at our shop is we're not a spa, we're not a clinic, we're something in between. I don't know why, or it doesn't work for me anyways, to have them separate. Why is to have a therapeutic work done, can you not be nice and comfy and pillowed and warm? If you're relaxed, that's what I love with the hot stones, is that as soon as that stone touches people, especially in our winters, they just go, oh. And that's huge. If you can get that off the first, they're relaxed, and I can work deeper with the muscles. And so that's where going back to people and their health is their top priority. I want people to really hear that you cannot help somebody if you are not at your top.
Well, it's exactly, which is why my family gets after me sometimes. You're working too hard. Have you gone on vacation? Have
and
you
we all
just
do
taken
it.
time off? Well, exactly. Because it doesn't matter if the work is overly physical or if it's overly mental. I find the overly work that's more mental is more physically draining than the physical work sometimes. So sometimes there's more need for therapists and practitioners to take more time for themselves. Don't try to work 24/7 thinking, well, I can fit a few more people in here and there. You know, because like Mom would often say, if you get sick or go down, who's there to help all the people that rely on you?
Exactly.
So, you know, so it is important that people do that. And then just take them step by step in some of the different things they need to do, because obviously we know you're not going to get healthy until you unless you change your diet. That's got to be part of it. You know, where a lot of people do some of the other work, but then keep eating the bad stuff and not looking after that, because we're not just a one-dimensional being. We're multi-dimensional, you know, physical and intellectual, spiritual, and whatnot. So.
Yeah, and we've been talking a lot about the physical.
Yes.
So much of it is emotional as well. And we tend to carry that emotional baggage, and that's where I see it on people, is their shoulders.
Yeah, for a lot of people.
And they just, you know, and just to release that stress.
Not to cut you off there, Kelly, we're actually going to take a short commercial break. And when we come back, we will tackle that topic a little bit more. So you've been watching Road to a Better Me on CATV1. We'll be right back after a short commercial break.